Hello and welcome to G's Tried This. My name is Tony and this channel is all about photography and video equipment reviews. So if you're new here, press subscribe and take a look at my other videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, well, welcome back. So today's video is part 2 of 4 called Saying Goodbye to Auto. So if you've just landed on this video, go check out part 1 called Program Mode. And if you're watching this after part 1, again, welcome back. So let's get started. Now, going back to your dial, select A or AV, depending on your camera's make. This will now put your camera into Aperture Priority Mode. So what is Aperture Priority Mode? Well, when your camera is put into Aperture Priority Mode, you then control the amount of light entering the sensor built into your camera, which also controls the depth of field. That's whether the background is blurry or sharp focused. Your camera will then decide what shutter speed best suits the available light entering your camera's sensor, giving you a near perfect match. So why use Aperture Priority Mode? Well, Aperture Priority Mode is probably the most used mode on a DSLR camera. That's because although your camera's sensor is not your eye, it does a pretty good job on getting you a very good photo that you will be happy with. And to be honest, even I use this mode a lot. Now, I mainly use this mode for portrait and family photography, as well as macro photography. It really is the next step from program mode. And if you use this mode and nothing else as a project, you can really get to grips with this and create some stunning images. Do remember though, your camera does not know when you mount it to a tripod. So your camera will select the fastest shutter speed it can. However, you can have some control over this by turning the rear wheel on your camera. And you can also change the ISO and the white balance as you could do in program mode. So if this is so great at getting the right picture, why use anything else? Why do we need the other modes? Well, although this mode is a great mode, there are situations that you may want to mainly control the shutter speed before the aperture. And although you can still control the shutter speed in aperture mode, it doesn't give you the setting that you may want for that certain situation. Take street photography for instance. When I was learning photography, I would go out a few months and set my camera to just one mode. And there were times when I needed something else. But for me to get used to this mode, I would stick with it no matter what. And I would do my best to get that photo that I wanted. Luckily for me, I could delete the images that I took to free up my memory card. If we still shot the old way, I would need a suitcase just for the rolls of film. But that is what makes digital photography so great. So, as a project, go outside with your camera and a tripod and do some street photography. Using handheld and a tripod, pick somewhere that has a lot going on, maybe a busy high street for instance. Now set your camera to Aperture Priority Mode and pick a subject, say a shop sign, with a busy background. Set your aperture to the largest that you can, say f2.8 if your lens is capable, or f5.6 if you're using a kit lens. Focus on that sign and take a photo. Now do the same but change your aperture to say f11. Take another photo. Look at both images and compare them. Now think about changing the ISO and the white balance and see what they look like. Then change the shutter speed while hand holding and on the tripod. It's only when you open these images up on your computer you can see the more minor differences between them. Obviously you'll notice the blurry background and the sharp background by checking your camera's viewfinder. So, I hope this video has helped you out in some way, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can do this here. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest and Google+. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.